Hey everybody, it is Bryan, checking in again from Thailand. Uh, it is 3:40 in the morning, Sunday. I'm checking in for Saturday, and you're probably thinking, what am I doing up at 3:40 in the morning on a Sunday morning? My body still hasn't caught up with this jet lag, and I've been waking up around 2 and can't get back to sleep, so I'm preaching this morning at Baptist Church, and I was just going over some sermon notes for this morning, getting ready for that. But I wanted to check in and let you know what all we did yesterday. I am sitting in Charles's office right now, adjusting my camera. We do plan on getting out into the, the the outside world, as it were, with our blogs. But right now, we've been doing these in the evenings, and it's just so much easier to do them here in the office or here in the house. So I apologize for the boring surroundings. At any rate, yesterday morning we got up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we were part of a tour. Part of the mission exposure when we first get here is to send us out on a tour to let us be exposed to different Thai culture. And today is really when the ministry starts for us. So yesterday we went out to a floating market. So we drove about 2 hours outside of Bangkok, and we were put on these little boats that were zipping through canals and all kinds of different smells, and it was an interesting experience, to say the least, um, to see how close together the 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 different I guess levels of um, wealth are in Thailand. We had very poor people with their homes right down the road or across the street from very upper middle class people. So we've seen a lot of that in Thailand. They tell me that there are like 13 million people in Bangkok. So anyway, so there's a lot to see here. It's very overwhelming. But so we're on this canal and we're zipping through on these little boats, and we end up at this floating market, which is what I would call like a shanty town, but full of people selling goods and wares. And we were there to pass out tracts and do some shopping. And I think we probably passed out about 40 tracts to the people, and they were very receptive. If you give somebody something, they're going to take it. They're not just going to throw it away like you might get in the States. So that was a lot of fun. And after that, we traveled some more, and we ended up at a snake show, of all things. We saw all these poisonous snakes, and we got to experience some of the wilder things, I guess, of Thai culture. And we went to a beautiful furniture store where they have carved gigantic tables and chairs and rockers out of just solid pieces of wood. It was gorgeous. I got a lot of pictures there. We had a lot of shopping opportunities. Didn't really buy a whole lot yesterday, but I got to be out and meet people, and saw a lot of people from other countries. Bangkok is um, a very high rated place for international travel. So we met a lot of interesting people. We also went to an elephant show. I got to ride an elephant. Got to see a traditional Thai wedding and some kickboxing and all these other things that were going on. When we got back, we were exhausted, as you can imagine, but we did get to celebrate a birthday party outside with a wonderful dinner with a member of the Homes Ministry who hasn't been able to celebrate his birthday in 10 years for various reasons. So just a lot of wonderful times. I know it sounds sporadic and jumbled, but that's pretty much the state of my brain right now. There is so much to process. I think I am starting to experience some of the culture shock that I was warned about. And I'm very excited about how God is going to use this in my life to maybe open my eyes a little bit and change my perspective about the world that I live in. So I'm going to sign off, get some sleep, get ready to preach this morning, and I'll be checking back in tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be more rested and coherent. Good night, sort of, and God bless.